There we go, we're recording. Hello and welcome everybody to another All the Mods 9 stream here on Twitch, because we're going to be doing a lot of grinding. But first things first, we need to go over the crazy amount of progress I did in just the past day. Wasn't really able to stream, so I was kind of just playing. And I want to go over a couple things. Give me 1 second. All right. So all I've really done is basic progress in terms of grinding out, getting all the mystical agriculture seeds. I believe I have every tier 2 and tier 1. I'm working on tier 3 and I've got a couple tier 4. Why don't we go over here? You can see I'm getting a good amount of essence and some spare seeds that we can reprocess. Using the steel that we are producing over here, as well as a steel seed, I made my first reinforced extreme reactor. Now, this isn't max size. I was looking at the config, and I believe the max size is 32 by 32 by 48 is the max size. So this is just a little small one. Well, not too small. Took a lot of steel, like a ridiculous amount of steel. But how I have it working right now is, as we can see, the buffer is about 67% full. When it drops below 50%, it turns on the reactor. And the reason I'm doing 50 is, you can see we're draining pretty decent, and I'll show you why that is here in a moment. But for anyone curious, this reactor reaches about 150,000 RF a tick at full speed. But because it's so large that when it kicks on going below 50%, we get a lot of core heat and casing heat. And for those who don't know, when you turn off the reactor, if there's still heat, it still produces power. And so what happens is, this hits 50%. Well, it goes below 50%. The reactor turns on, immediately goes above 50% and turns off. But with the residual heat, it hits almost 70% internal buffer. Because I do not have an external battery yet for this. Now, I kept farming Grains of Infinity to start Ender IO, because there's quite a few things I want to do with that. They're farming down here. Looks like it... Did I just empty it, or was it just not loaded? But I was happy to see that there is a Grain of Infinity seed. So we actually have Grain of Infinity essence to do a lot of those. Excuse me. Hey, Rare, how are you? Because you need a lot of Infinity for Ender IO. On top of that, I got ready to start Powa today because of some important projects I think you guys are going to like. And so we only have the starter and basic right now. But now that I'm thinking about it, why don't we actually get the basic energizing rods? Let me type in basic energizing rod, 5 of them. Hopefully it uses the ones we already had. Available 5. Yep, perfect. Because I legitimately have not started Powa at all. So this is going to be our beginning of Powa, and the main reason we need it is because I want to go for some endgame tools. Those endgame tools being the Althemodium alloy tools and making the Althemodium alloy Paxel. It's going to take a while. The thing is making all these, if we look at the enchanting apparatus from ours, if we look at, like, for instance, the vibranium and unobtainium alloy, if you do 1 ingot at a time, it's 1 billion forge energy, or RF, with a piglet heart. Or if you do 9 at once, it's 8.1 billion. So you save 900 million RF if you do it as a block. It does require Piglich Heart block. Now, you'll notice I have 9 Piglich Hearts. And the way I went about doing that is if we sat there trying to kill a Piglich with this sword, it would probably take 5 to 10 minutes. The trick to killing Pigliches, we take a look at this axe here, is heavy weapons with percent HP damage, because the Piglich has 10,000 health. And I go with the axe because of armor shred and other things I want on it. And then you got to get crit. So right now, inside of the axe, we have a crit chance gem, a crit damage gem, and a current HP damage gem. If we go through here, you'll see I'm mostly God Forged, minus my shield, or mythic. And I did that by farming, looting chests in the other and the end. You'll see if I come to my netherite gear, I'll have pieces here. I've done most of them. So here is a legendary helm. Why don't we actually grab legendary diamond gear? And I'll show you how I get my Godforged pearls. So here is some leggings. More leggings. Well, that'll be good enough. But we bring them to our salvaging table. Salvage, get our Godforged pearls, throw them in the Rune Forge. I guess I should say I've also progressed Apotheosis to the point of having the max tier reforge table, a salvaging table, and a gem cutter. Speaking of gems though, I need some gem dust for us to enchant our shield. I like to take any green and gray. I'm going to go through here. Green and gray is what we're looking for. Those ones are gray. Gray. Good enough. Throw them all in here. Now, before you have the salvaging table, you have to, in the same way we use Super Factory Manager to disenchant items, you drop an anvil on gems to get the dust. Let's go ahead and put the dust in. And I'm actually I'm gonna do a new shield because Donut Community has a really good... Why is that not... Oh, hold on. Donut Community has set up Apotheosis Enchanting at a very high level. And we're going to take advantage of that. So first things first, let's put the shield in the Reforge. Graphic says, are you doing more Donut Community tutorials? Kind of. We're going to use their enchanting setup. But most importantly, when I'm looking at the shields, I'm looking at the bonus stats. I want armor, armor, toughness, knockback, resistance, always. And then I like to inflict damage. Now this one does poison and bleeding and 41% durability reduction, which is actually really good. I do like projectiles being fired back, but I think we're going to go with this. Let's just quickly see what... Oh, there it is. Inflict Wither. Oh, it just doesn't have armor toughness. Oh, that makes me sad. This is kind of what I want. Wither and projectile reflection. Got me a new soda to try tonight. Ooh, exciting. So I'm going to change to this one. And we're going to see if we can get lucky enough. Armor, armor toughness, knockback resistance, blocking a projectile reflects, and an explosion grants strength. You know what? I'd really prefer percentage armor though. I'm gonna use this one. I'm gonna use this shield. Okay. Now let's go enchant it. Now, I believe Gabriel has set up 2 enchanters. And I already used one of them. The first one, this is the perfect amount of Eterna, Quanta, and Arcana in order to turn charms into unbreakable. So I've gone ahead and done that for both of these. We do need to get a vibranium charm. But over here, as you can see, we have 50 of 50 Eterna, 100% Quanta, 100% Arcana, Rectification 100%. If you don't know what Rectification does, it takes away the negative aspect of Quanta with a good amount of enchanting clues. Now, in order to pay my way, I'll restock their Lapis a little bit. And let's hope for a really good enchant. So Shield Bash unusing. Unusing's good. I do want that. But I don't want Nature's Mend or Life Mending. So we're going to try that one again. What would you say is the best modded arrow? Ooh, that one is tricky. Give me a second to do this really fast. I'm only going to do it a couple more times. There we go. We'll take that. Unusing, Unbreaking, Shield Bash, Reflective Defense. It has Nature's Mend, but we can work with that. And then I don't want Life Mending. So the way we can get rid of that is a Prismatic Cobweb. Now, I got lucky, guys. Just a tip, when you're making the seeds for Mystical Agriculture, I can find it. As I was working through here, it was either the Obsidian Seed or the Certus Seed. Part of the random reward, you'll see it says Tier 3 Seed Bag. I actually just got Prismarine Seeds from the random reward. So be sure to make a seed, claim the reward, because you might get one of the ones you need. Virulence IMO, says Gazardus, for the arrows. I could see that. I could see that. Well, another important question is, are you using an Ars Nouveau crossbow? In which case there is the Ars arrows. But, yeah, there's the Pierce, Amplify, etc. Here's the thing, Rare. Silent Gear. Hands down, Silent Gear, you can make the best arrows. None of the potion effect arrows compare to the amount of base damage you can put into arrows using Silent Gear. And then it just comes down to what your best materials are, what your best graded materials are, from there on. Speaking of Silent Gear, I did get a few random reward Silent Gear tools that are actually pretty powerful. This iron hammer was meh. Then we got a blaze gold hammer. But check out this obsidian paxel, I think is the one I wanted to show you guys. Yeah, there we go. It's got obsidian, blaze gold, crimson iron, compressed iron, refined glowstone, diamond. Now that's a paxel. If we weren't already all the modium tools, this would be amazing. It reminds me to always claim my quest rewards, because you never know what you're going to get from the random rewards. But I was going to ask you, Rare, I know you're not taking progression items, but you really liked your Silent Gear pickaxe you had. Can I give this one to you? Because I would love to give this one to you. He says, sure. Well, let's quickly place our shield with life mending and a prismatic cobweb and take off life mending. I had one, so it counts. Oh, okay. So I'm going to TPA to Rare, who on the server is Ogon Mixer, I think. Make sure my magnet is off. And toss him this Paxel. I'm telling you right now, if Silent Gear and Apotheosis could work together, I would hands down do Silent Gear. I love the Apotheosis stuff so much. it's hard to do silent gear and not have it. But let me show you some examples. We're going to go kill some piglitches. I have mostly moved my base minus this one little setup. We're going to have to do that. But we're going to go to the nether. Go to the other from the nether. You missed refractive, not going to lie. Oh, I think someone might be exploring. Server was lagging a little bit there. Let's head into the other. And again, because we're live, I'm just going to quickly go to the surface, just straight up, not doing anything else. And tell you what, why don't we set a home here? Set home, space. Let's call this one other. But let's head to a piglich temple. And I'm going to show you. So this sword is really powerful. It really is. But it won't kill a piglich. Also, we got another godly dude here that's going to give us some... Oh, did he unequip my shield for me, or did I? I did. Another godly piece we can break down for orbs. Let's head towards a piglich temple here. Oh, come on. There we go. The other's pretty dangerous, but I'm hoping I'll be able to demonstrate killing the piglitches. I did try to put all of the bone splitter enchants on the axe, and guys, I realized something. So the bone splitter that you can buy from wandering traders has like a scavenger on it. When you go to put that on an axe on your own, it actually doesn't work. Is interesting. Let's stop withering and find ourselves a piglich. I've cleared most of the spawners out of this temple. I know that. I can hear a piglich though. Okay. So if we take a look at him, you'll see he has 10,000 health up at the top of the screen. Every time I hit him with my sword, it goes down a tiny bit. Now watch what happens when I use the axe we've made. All those hearts are when the crits happen, and that's where the money is. And then I switch to my sword. And he's dead. Let me actually get rid of these spawners. We're pretty unkillable, so I don't really have to worry about anything. And we got some more piglich hearts. If you're wondering where all the witches came from, they're actually not spawners. The piglich spawns witches. And it appears, since they're still spawning, there must be another piglich that I AoE'd and he's on fire, causing more witches to spawn. Let's see, where would he be? This way? Oh, we got more spawners. Let's quickly take care of these. Then clear the mobs. I didn't clear these ones because they were non-looter chests. As you can see, they're normal Minecraft chests. They're not looter. Oh, dang it. I put my arrows away on accident. I'm going to try to find one more piglich, get us a few more hearts. I can hear him. He might be outside. Oh, that's an axe. That's why I was like, I thought I could insta-mine this. Ah, here we go. We'll use our axe on these guys. Should be okay. I stacked a lot of magic resistance on my gear. The reason I'm using the sword to finish them is the sword has higher looting. If anyone's curious. Okay, and then we got this guy. I love all the hearts when I crit. It's a little hard to see, though. But, believe it or not, in terms of HP damage swords, or HP damage heavy weapons, this axe I made is actually pretty weak. We could get to the point that we have one that one-shots. Ooh, and we got Allthemodium chestplate, Allthemodium leggings from killing the pigliches. The pigliches do drop Allthemodium armor and tools, for anyone curious. And you can make a farm, similar to if you were making a guardian farm. By digging out the temple, making spawn platforms, the pigliches will spawn and you can push them into grinders. Which we'll probably get to doing that sometime. But I'm going to kill just a couple more. I need 2 more piglich hearts. Ooh, that was a 3,000 damage hit. That was gorgeous. Let's get this guy down. Then finish him with the sword. Okay, we need to kill 1 more piglich. And what we're going to do is progress power so that we can energize the alloys. And I'm hoping my reactor will be strong enough to actually do the charging of the alloys. Almost dead. Come on, give me 1 crit. There we go. Holy cow, that guy took forever to die. But let's head home. We've got a good amount of piglich hearts. I'm going to get my bundle of arrows back. Or not bundle, quiver of arrows. Be the one with a bunch of arrows in it. There we go. This poison should wear off pretty soon. But okay, so what we're going to do is power for a minute. And then we're going to do a little bit of Ender IO later. I've got a bunch of plans. We'll see how the stream goes. We'll see how long I can go. But I've preemptively, in the import bus, added all of the materials this is going to actually try to import. All we need to make is patterns. So first and foremost, we need hardened steel. Energized steel. And then I want to make a seed for it. So let's go ahead and make a pattern of iron, gold gives 2 energized. And I'm going to place the pattern in here. And here's the thing. We're going to change it from blocking mode to be do not push if the inventory contains a pattern. And I'm going to hide this from my terminal. Let's give this a try, see if it works. We need 4 for a seed. Looks beautiful. Okay. Now let's immediately make the seed. Let me think here. Come to mystical agriculture. We need 4 Imperium. Right? Imperium? Yeah. And a prosperity seed base. In the meantime, what we could actually do is get the next step going, which is blazing. A blazing crystal is 4 blaze powder or 1 blaze rod for cheaper energy. We're going to go the blaze rod method. Now, I'm hoping I have enough blaze rods. I think yeah. We have enough. I'm going to get those crafting while we come over here and make a seed. blazing crystals are done. Let's add this to my Imperium line. And then the blazing crystal is also Imperium. And a prosperity seed base. Now I'm going to try, so this is going to take longer to do, but you know what? I'm just debating if we make the energized rods, you know? Let's get this down. And for anyone curious, the filter to do all seeds is Mystical Agriculture :seeds with a tag symbol in front. I'm going to request... I thought I made all the energizing rods. I feel like I'm missing patterns. Oh no, here they are. Wait, starter, hardened, niotic, spirited, basic. I literally didn't make the blazing. Yeah, I must have missed this one. Okay. I'm going to make 5. We'll let these catch up real quick. Reactor should be fine on keeping up on power. Only thing is we also need to upgrade the cable. So I'm going to go ahead and type in energy cable and get a blazing recipe. And eventually a nitro recipe. And a spirited. I think we're going to use more spirited than nitro because we don't really have nether stars automated yet. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'm going to make some of these too. Yeah, as we can tell by the speed, upgrading the energizing rods will help. Okay, cables are done. I'm going to put those off to the side. We are completing quests. I should probably be turning them in. Hi, electric. Oh, see, we got blazing energy cables. Well, isn't that funny? We're going to wait on that. And once that's done, we're going to... Oh, I could be making the patterns. I could be making the patterns, guys. Let's make niotic pattern. And spirited. I mean, we'll make the nitro pattern, but we just are not quite ready for that. Okay, so there's our 5 blazing. I'm going to break this down. And replace it with blazing. And eventually we're going to use 10 energizing rods. That's why we can kind of like work on these in tandem. So like these basics, we're going to probably put all the way up to spirited. Let's go ahead and request. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is the server crashing? I'm not getting a server response. Oh, there we go. Let's go ahead and request 4 Niotic crystals and 4 spirited. Yeah, charging much faster already. Now, Niotic is supremium, so that obviously means spirit is supremium, and I actually haven't started the supremium line. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, 9. We're just using pipes for now. It feels like the server is performing the best I've ever seen. Honestly, it might just be me though. Well, I did quite the optimization today. The server now has a direct line to my router. No in-betweens, nothing. With a few adjusted network settings, it should be the fastest connection speed I can physically give from my house. Now, I think I got some Supremium farmland as a reward. Nope, not Supremium. Darn it. Let's see if I have materials to make some farmland here. Let's just make 4. And take out the Supremium Essence. Grab some Prosperity Seed Base. Now, why is our Spirited Crystals getting stuck? Oh, I didn't add Spirited. Good, good. I'm going to make our next seed here. So now we're getting Niotic. And we'll set up Spirited. Now, my hope is we're going to actually use Ender IO a lot, because there's a few machines I really like to use, and we've already started to get some really good loot capacitors. We've got a couple energy use and base modifier, the main ones I want. Yeah, like that one. That one's like our best. But now that we've done that, I'm going to request 5 spirited energizing rods. This will take a minute. And you know what? We will make the spirited cable recipe. And request some of that as well. It's going to take a while for it to get through everything. Reactor's handling it like a champ. Oh, we'll actually be able to see here. So as you can see, it's draining, it's draining. It's going to go below 50%. The heat's going to kick up, and it's going to immediately shut off and still generate energy. Watch, turns on, turns off, and power's still going up. Love it. And why don't I can actually make the pattern now. I'm going to type in alloy, and we're going to try to make the really expensive one of vibranium alloy ingot block. Going to need recipes for all of this. An obtanium. And was it Piglich Heart block? So in here, we'll put the alloy pattern. Go ahead and put these patterns in here. Sorry, I'm helping some people on the server. I want to see what they're talking about. Someone said, you couldn't beat this guy. I want to see what guy they're talking about. Is this someone's base? What on earth is this? Is this Cataclysm? Dang. Yeah, I would have loved to see it. Oh, these are like crushers. That's funny. All right, let's head back home. Let's keep going here. We've got 3 rods done. I'm going to speed up the process by upgrading already to our spirited. And then we'll turn these 5 blazing also into spirited. Oh yeah, it's going a lot faster now. Come on. Oh, it's got to make 24 of them. That's why. There's the speed. Go, go, go. We still don't have co-processors, though. That's the funny part. There's so much to do, guys. So this was the biggest progress leap we've ever had. in terms of me playing off stream. And I feel like I barely got anything done, but in terms of content creation, I got a lot done. And every time I go to play and I can't stream, I feel like I can't play. Because it's like, but then, this needs to be on stream. Oh, and then this needs to be on stream. And it's really a dilemma, to be honest. Guys, are you ready for this? Let's see what happens if we request our first vibranium alloy, an unobtainium vibranium alloy block. It needs 8.1 billion RF. We're going to have to just leave this running because we only have spirited. This is going to take some time. In fact, I think it actually drained my reactor. We're going at a solid 155,000 RF a tick right now. And we're only 2%. Yeah, this is going to take a while. The only thing is, I think we're going to leave it running, but I don't want it absolutely draining my reactor right now. So I might honestly... What is the rate of one spirited energizing rod? 40K. So I'm going to turn off by switching these to, server lag, to pull. People have got to be exploring right now. That's the only reason I could see us having server lag. Nothing's wrong with exploring. Let's switch these all to pull. And think 40, 80. Let's put 80K into this. So I'm going to switch these ones to pull as well. Looking for Ancient City for some folks. Rare wouldn't let me help him. Or are you just exploring with them? All right, that should let the reactor catch up. It's been 2 days and found nothing. Do you have him, Gabriel? Or I could just get us to an Ancient City right now. Oh, gonna search manually for the Aldemodium. Okay. Oh, Spike. Not Spike. Okay. Believe that running, it's going to take a long time with only one of these. But maybe we can actually, I think I can spare 80K RF. Yeah, I think that's okay. In the meantime, let's start Ender.io, and here's why. Ender.io has capacitor banks that can multi-block power storage, and I want them. Really bad. I want a massive battery. So we're going to start Ender.io. Most important thing is a few patterns here to start us off. We need basic capacitors. I'm going to go ahead and make that pattern. And then we're going to need... to make an alloy, smelter, you need a void chassis. Let's make this pattern. Oops, I'm not in the pattern screen. But the kicker is you need dark steel. Dark steel you have to alloy. Well, how do you get the stuff for the alloy smelter if the alloy smelter is needed to make it? That's where the primitive alloy smelter comes in. You just have to use it for the first dark metal, and then you'll be good. Let me keep making some patterns here. Yeah, that's fine. It's set to pull any color. And then it says Infinity Bimetal Gear or Stone Gear. I'm going to just use that. Let's go ahead and get our primitive alloy smelter. Oh, this is a jam. I'm going to turn the music up. Where was I? Okay, primitive alloy smelter. I'm going to still... Oh, this one uses fuel, so it doesn't need power right now. Let's place it down. And in order to make a powered alloy smelter... Oh, we already have dark steel ingots from looting. We actually don't even need to use the primitive, so that was kind of a waste of time. Let me make a cauldron pattern. Yeah, we have 37 dark steel ingots from looting, which is awesome. Let's make an alloy smelter. And then I want to start putting actual machine setups down underneath the base. But I want to do it with P2P. So you guys know me, I love my P2P. So I'm going to need P2P tunnels. Oh, that's right. I need to I need to get the Fluix guy reset up. We need to move the ore processing. We've got a lot to do. For sure. But I also need a smart card. Or a memory card, sorry. I go ahead and do that. And then I'm going to grab some cable. And what I like to do is color my P2P lines differently. Now we need to choose a color. I usually go light blue or cyan. I think we're going to go cyan again. Let me think. I'm trying to think, guys. Yeah, you know what? Let's do cyan. And I'm going to go ahead and dye some cables. Okay. We're going to set up a P2P wall, the first one. Why don't we set it up? Do we go internal or external? What do you guys think? Let's do external. So I'm going to take our P2P tunnels and keeping this corner open, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we'll take a... Oh, wait. Actually, I've got a better idea. I'm going to put the 8 like this and leave this corner open. So I'll go ahead and connect all 8 channels into a dense. Then I need some cable anchors. And I would like to have them as a pattern. But just for my own sanity, oops, I'm going to separate the segments of 8. So next we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to go cable, 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 cable. And I'm actually going to carry the dense down. So I'm going to come dense, anchor, anchor, dense. And let's do 8 more. We get the anchors in place here. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, wait, this would be the 9th. So I'm going to take from there and make that the 8th. And then last but not least, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, we got a mistake. I need to put an anchor here. Okay. So now this is honestly going to be enough P2P channels for a while. Should be, let me think, 8, 16. Why is it only 25? I thought we did more, but guess not. Why don't we make it an even... How is it 26? Are we connecting somewhere? Did I do my math wrong? I did my math wrong somewhere. That's okay. This is good enough for now. In fact, I'm not even going to use this corner. Man, the exploration lag is real. I'm going to turn the music down again. But let's go ahead and bring a P2P line over to a wall to start machines. I'm thinking over here. So I'm going to pull a dense cable over to the wall. And or wireless connectors here. Oh man, that lag. Come on. Let me find and make a pattern for ME wireless connectors. And I need one set of them, which gives us 2. And the setup kit and energy cards. So let me actually request more energy cards. Now I'm going to claim 32 channels over here. And then I'm going to start the machines over from this corner. Oh, that's right. We were also going to expand. I was going to show you guys how we were going to expand these crafting clusters. Because of that, I actually want to be over a little bit. About right here. Should have some energy cards here any second. Wish they weren't so expensive. I'm going to get some co-processors, speed up our crafting. We've got a few energy cards. I'm going to put them in. And over here, I'm going to pull down a P2P line. Of which we then place a cable and a P2P point. Smart card, one of our first connections. Memory card. And now, outside of it, I want to use regular cable. So I'm going to put a line of dents so that we're going about the same distance. And here's where we're going to set up an alloy smelter. I'm going to place it right here. I'm going to try push-pull from the bottom. Now, it needs a capacitor. I'm going to give it one of our loot capacitors. Preferably the one of fastest modifier. Perfect. We'll need a pattern provider. And we just want alloys only. Now we're going to make a pattern for dark steel. Even though we can make a seed, I still want the pattern. It does require coal dust, and coal dust in Ender IO comes from flint and coal, but it looks like they're using GregTech recipes. Tell you what, we won't actually make we'll make a dark steel seed really quick. I'll still make the alloy recipe, but I have a feeling. Oh, it's using rail. Hold on. Let me type in coal dust. Coal powder. I want the Ender IO one. At Ender IO coal. Darn. Looks like we have to use a different coal powder. How easy is the Railcraft coal powder? So here it says it's supposed to be Greg Tech. I don't know why it is doing this. Why don't we try to get the Railcraft coal and see if it works? So I want a squeezer, mechanical, which does require this block of crystallized mineral, which I thought we could get from our seeds, but apparently not. You can get it from the bees, but what does my mineral seed actually give us? Ah, just the stuff to squeeze. Oh, that sucks. So we got to do a bunch of squeezing. Gabriel asks, how do I go to the deeper, darker dimension? You need a warden heart. Or what is it called? It drops from the warden. Heart of the Deep. You then right-click the giant portal-looking structure in the middle of an ancient city with a Heart of the Deep. Okay, well, I guess we're not going the squeezing route. I'll still put these patterns away for now, until we're better equipped for it. Why don't we make the Railcraft crusher? Oh, important note, Gabe. Make sure there's no skulk spores that have wrapped into the portal. It needs to be all air blocks. That's like the #1 reason people say it doesn't work. You need to clear the portal. Don't ask me how long that took me to figure out when I was saying, hey, this isn't working. That took me so long to figure out. Okay, I think we almost have all the patterns. All right, we'll go with this. We'll start with this. Let me see if I can get... See, Crusher multi-block is 3 by 2 by 2. Okay, I do need to make the small charge spools myself. So I'm going to bring some materials over here, some copper. And we'll get small charge spools. Let them craft. Okay. All right. What did we need? 12? I can't leave this. If I leave this window, it breaks down because this is the basic rolling machine. I haven't made the powered rolling machine yet. And this should be 12. Can I get the crusher blocks now? Got more energy cards. Let me throw these in. Okay, we did get the heavy machinery. Build a crusher. I'm going to put the crusher down over here. That not? Oh, is that right? Hey, there we go. I'm going to feed it some coal. Now, how doth I actually use it? Oh, it does say it takes power. Okay. I totally forgot we made the coprocessors. I'm going to go put them on a couple of our... Oh, I froze. There we go. I'm going to go put them on a couple of the crafters here. Not mega, but they're good enough for now. I'm going to put a flux point down over here. Darn, I thought it would do more than one at a time. That's some oof if I've ever seen it. Let's add this pattern here. And I need to tell this to blocking mode. And because of how annoying that recipe is going to be since the Ender IO coal dust is disabled. Because wasn't it coal, flint, and obsidian? I have obsidian over here. No, that's not it. There was a way to... There was a way to make it. At Ender IO, did they just purely take... Oh, whoa. Ow. Hello. I don't know if they purely took out... We did it in season 1. And my brain just isn't working. Why is it not working, man? Let me do a search real fast. Oh, the sag mill. Duh. It was like before you had the dark steel, you had to do it with flint or something, but once you have a sag mill, let's take a sag mill here. Because we can craft it because we already have the alloys. We just need flint. Which, do we have a craft flint recipe? I'm gonna do push pull there. Give it one of our loot capacitors. I think there was, yeah, here's a good one. And to do power, we're going to use cables from Ender.io. Because I've heard there is a way to tier up the energy transfer of them. Even though we don't have the other tiers of cables, I've heard there is a way. Until then, I'll just put 2 points. Or tell you what, I'll put 1 point. And pipe. Like so. There we go. For energy. Should power these up. Let's hook this up with a pattern provider. And in the pattern provider, I'm going to put, so I'm going to type sag mill, look at the uses for it, and I specifically want coal. Now, actually, we need to check what the percentages were to see if we need to change 10% chance for 2 powdered coal, 10% chance for sulfur. So I'm actually going to take off sulfur and change powdered coal to 1. And now the question is, can I request, it says we're short obsidian and the coal dust because here, let's take this pattern and change this coal dust to powdered coal. Oh, it doesn't even show it in JEI. Let me see what happens if I put coal in the sag mill. What do we get? Powdered coal. Yep. All right, let's see how this goes, shall we? Maybe not 1,000. Let's just request 100. Beautiful. Look at the speed. Such a good processor. I'm trying to figure out if there is 3 stat capacitor, because you see some of these are energy use and some are energy capacity. I'm wondering if you can get all 3. I actually don't know. But now let's come into Ender.io and make a bunch of patterns. I'm going to need a pattern for conductive alloy. And a pattern for copper alloy. I'm going to need pulsating. And redstone alloy for now. This should be enough for now. I believe. But the thing we're trying to go for is capacitor banks, preferably vibrant capacitor bank. So we're going to go down the tier list of patterns here. We're going to try to make it fresh. We're not going to try to upgrade advanced. So I'll need this as a pattern. I'll need octatic capacitor as a pattern. Vibrant alloy. Energetic alloy. And let's see what else we need. And just vibrant crystal. Now, can I get one of these? We're short glowstone and double layer. Well, glowstone, we have glowstone essence. We have glowstone dust, and then we can use glowstone dust for glowstone. And our double layer capacitor, we have everything ready for it. Let's see if this still breaks with auto crafting. Let's try getting one of these. In the beta, it's been having issues. I'm going to stop the dark still. Okay, so this works now. That wasn't working before. I'm just glad this is working. Guys, I need a time and a bottle. But that means we have to progress mystical agriculture and a bunch of stuff. 1 second, everybody. I had to say goodnight to my son. Okay. Where were we? This is almost done. Yeah, I would like to put our best capacitor in here. There we go. There's a vibrant capacitor bank. I'm going to put it down over here. And I'm noticing it only says, oh, it says 4 there, it says 1 there. EU because it can be used with Greg Tech, I think. But I'm going to put a point. And you'll see what we're going to do here. We're actually going to make a second network. All right. I'm going to change this from Fallen Pumpkins Network to Fallen Power Gen. And then I'm going to put this on Fallen Power Gen for the plug. And this point is going to be Fallen Power Gen. Then I need one more plug. Hopefully we can afford it. And for now, I'll put it in the front. And this plug will be to my network. I'm going to make sure that the front is just push. And the side is just pull. Beautiful. Now here's the thing with the vibrant capacitor banks. If I go ahead and make another one here, it's going to take a bit to craft. But what you'll see is going to be really cool. By the way, we are halfway done with our first alloy. Exciting news. How is our uranium in that case? We're getting low on uranium. I think I need to process some uranium ore. I'm going to come over here and change our filter to just be raw uranium to really stock us up on uranium. Perfect. Capacitor bank will get here once the alloy smelter's done. It's just going to take some time. But another Ender IO machine that we're going to use, everybody, is, if it's implemented, the farmer. As well as I want to mess with the conduits. But let's go ahead and see if I can find... There's a crafter, soul engine, and drain. Guys, do we not have the farmer? I'm going to actually be very sad. I was really looking forward to using that. Maybe it's not implemented in the beta yet. Yeah, darn. No farmer. I should have looked for that sooner because that was the whole main reason I wanted to progress Ender IO. So I'm a bit sad, honestly. I'm actually really depressed that they don't have the farmer. We do have the enchanter we can make. But it may just be conduits that we use here. So I'm gonna make patterns for all the different conduits. I'll do the conduit binder last. But we'll get all of these made. And I do want the ME. These are going to be fun to mess with, the ME conduit. And last but not least, conduit binder, which would have to be in a smelter. So we actually need to set up a furnace. But the powder is actually pretty cheap. All right, let's get all these patterns put away. And I think it's time to set up a vibranium furnace here at the base. These two go in the alloy smelter, which is over here. Or wait, was it alloy smelter or was it cooking? So keep conduit open. Ah, hold on. It is smelting. It is smelting. So these are all smelting patterns. So we have a vibranium furnace that I would like to make unobtainium. Need a factory card. And a energy. Or fuel, what is it? Fuel card? Let's set this one up over here. I'm going to come a little a ways. And I'm going to set it to be input, output, the bottom. Nothing on back. None right. None front. Input top is fine. And then input left. Auto input, auto output. Grab a pattern extended. And a cable. Throw that down. Put in our smelting patterns. And why don't we run a test here? of trying to get, ender fluid. Yeah, the furnace did its part. Uh-oh, something went wrong. Used quartz. Oh, has to be an alloy smelting. Ah, okay. Let's take these out. And what I'm going to do is get another alloy smelter. Ah, I knew that turquoise would come to bite us in the ass. Which one was using the turquoise? Cobblestone. Ah, the furnace pattern. All right, please give me an alloy smelter. Put it here. Grab, you guys know the deal, pattern provider and a cable. Set the bottom as push-pull. Oops, not the front. And we need another capacitor. What's a good one for energy? Yeah, well, that one will be fine. And we want this to be alloys and smelting. Or these glass. And then let's retry this. Ender fluid conduit. Perfect. Love to see it. Now the energy conduit, if I remember correctly, because there used to be the tiers, right? But people are saying it's different now. So I wanted to explore it a little bit. Just going to put one down. There supposedly is a new way to upgrade the energy conduit. I just don't know what it is. We'll have to explore that later, but I want a crap ton of item conduit. We are changing to item conduit instead of pipes. We are going to be using that for pretty much everything. I think our vibrant capacitor's done, so let me show you the trick I was talking about. So the beauty of these capacitors from Ender.io, they multi-block. We can make a massive structure of these, and it'll continue to go up in capacity, and that will be how we do this. I am, however, going to put it here first so that I can put a plug on this side and set the face to push. I love Ender.io. I can't wait for them to continue working on this beta to really get it where I'd like for it to be. I'm going to turn on one more rod. Really try to speed this up a little bit. But guys, I think that's going to do it for the Twitch stream. We don't seem to be pulling too many people in, so I'm going to go render this, get it uploaded to YouTube, and I think the next time we go live may be on YouTube. But a big reminder, you can join the server. IP is scrolling beneath me, and if you're watching this on YouTube, if you enjoyed, consider tossing a subscribe, and I can't wait to see you all in the next stream. Have a wonderful day or night, wherever you are in the world. But for now, my friends, bye-bye.